Now, this next step, I would say, is probably the most critical and important step. It's what's going to keep you accountable for taking each step and ensuring that you follow through. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can accomplish and achieve all of your New Year's resolutions and all of your goals. Finally, 2020 is over and done with. It is now 2021, a brand new year. Just because the COVID-19 pandemic affected so many things going on last year, COVID-19 is not an excuse. Don't allow yourself to blame COVID-19 as the reason why you're not going after your goals. You are the driver of your life. Your hands are on the steering wheel. COVID does not determine whether or not you will succeed. It's unpredictable as to when we'll see the end of COVID-19. So we gotta just learn to work around it and just learn to roll with the punches. Have you in the previous years made New Year's resolutions that still somehow found its way to make it onto next year's New Year's resolution because it just simply didn't get done? I have an effective method on goal setting and goal getting that I'm gonna share with you that actually works and that I use for myself. Before I move forward, I want you to embrace this motto and adapt to this mindset. Conquer 2021 head on with this. Identify your goals, plan, strategize, execute, manifest. Now I'm gonna break this down. First things first, you need to reflect on all areas of your life and identify what your goals are and what needs improvement. There's personal goals, there's financial goals, there's fitness goals, there's academic goals, professional goals, and so forth. Tap into each area of your life and identify what needs improvement and what goals you want to hit. For example, I'm going to share a couple of mine. One of my goals is for 2021 to be the year that I finally get veneers. Another one is I want to improve the appearance of my skin and get this treatment called microneedling. I'd say these fall under self-care goals. Now that you've identified your goals, you need to come up with a plan and strategize your action steps in order to get to your end goal. You cannot take one big leap and get there. You have to take steps, even if it's just baby steps. Think of it as stairs. You can't get from point A to point B by doing the long jump. It just doesn't work like that. Now, this next step, I would say, is probably the most critical and important step. It's what's going to keep you accountable for taking each step and ensuring that you follow through. Create a timeline for yourself. How I recommend you create your timeline is to take the year, break the year up into quarters. Each quarter is a 3-month time period. So Q1 is January, February, March. Q2 is April, May, June. Q3 is July, August, September. And the last quarter, Q4, is October, November, December. Take your goals and group them into a quarter where that's the quarter that you're going to be working on A, B, and C. Once you've organized your goals and your action steps as to which will be for what quarter, break it down even further. Take one quarter and break it down month by month for all 3 months and list which goal or goals will be worked on during which month. Break each month down to week by week and even further down to day by day. The breakdown by week and by day is definitely a breakdown that's to happen in real time rather than far in advance, simply because schedules change. You may end up making certain plans. For instance, today is January 1st. I can't plan my weekly to daily breakdown for what I'm going to do about my goals on March 10th. That's way too far ahead from now, and I don't know what my schedule is gonna look like for that day. So when breaking your timeline down from week to week to day by day, keep in mind that that's something to do in real time rather than far ahead of time. Now, the emphasis and importance on why I encourage you to break it down to each day is because we all have 24 hours in a day, and we need to make sure that we're making each and every day count. Because we're taking a look at the year from a bigger picture to each quarter, to each month, to each week, to each day, you'll need to have some sort of system to organize this all. For me, I organize my quarters and my months all in Google Calendar. For my weekly breakdown, I have a dry erase board on my refrigerator where I write down my week in review. Then I use this notepad for a daily checklist to ensure that I'm being productive with my day. I wake up anywhere from 5 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. and the first 30 minutes of my morning, every morning, I spend filling this out while I drink my morning coffee. Now, I'm not saying that you need to change your sleep schedule and start waking up at 5 a.m., but just by waking up 30 minutes earlier than you normally would, or at least taking the first 30 minutes of your morning to take the time out and write a daily checklist, it definitely makes a huge difference and sets the tone for the rest of the day. This notepad has helped me stay on track for things that I need to get done, and at the end of the day, it is such a satisfying feeling to see everything checked off. To be realistic and completely honest with you, yes, there are days where not every single thing on the list is checked off, and that's okay. As long as my priorities got done, whatever was not checked off can just go ahead and go on to the next day, and then eventually it will get done. Now, this is just what I do, to each their own for everyone. There are many different planners out there that are in the yearly, monthly, weekly, daily format. Find what works best for you to organize your timeline. For me, I don't like to hand write out everything, so I like to digitally organize my quarters and my months through Google Calendar, and then hand write my weekly to daily breakdown on my dry erase board and then this notepad. I really like this notepad because it has this section right here where you write down one thing that you're grateful for, and I write something down every single day as I fill out the rest of my list. It has a top 3 priority checklist, a general to-do checklist, it has a section for self-care, and then a note section. In this note section is typically where I like to write down my workout that I'm gonna do. In this self-care section, I'll typically write drink a gallon of water, wear my retainers at night, wash face twice, little things like that that just really make a big difference to make sure you're doing them and not skipping them. If you like this exact notepad and you want it as well, I will link where I got it in the description box. The execution part of goal setting is ensuring that you're checking these action items off of your list, which these are the steps that you laid out for yourself in order to get to your goal. No goal is ever going to be achieved without execution. With all this being said, like I mentioned in the beginning, I want you to embrace and adapt this mindset. Conquer 2021 with this. Identify your goals, plan and strategize, execute and manifest. COVID-19 does not control your life. You are the driver with your hands on the steering wheel to your life. Your hands. I hope this video inspired you in some way, shape, or form, and that you took something from it. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a nice comment in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel to see more from me. If there's anything else you'd like to see from me, I'm wide open to suggestions. That's all, and Happy New Year's!